Miss Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see, the Uconn Huskies taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Uconn will deliver the opening kickoff, and we'll get this game going. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's got great speed. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that, baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. So Ole Miss offense will go on the attack first. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. I'm excited about this new era of football. We're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football. They don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care.
Turning it on! They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Finds his big tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Trying to bowl his way in. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Huskies offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Jones wants to throw it. Release to the back. Zings it complete to the right. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure that...
There he goes! Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they're going to have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
Got a man. It's Stone. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Guys, for just a second, let's talk about Uconn. Great pickup on the defensive front. 3-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week, and you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough. At this level, that's how they thrive.
Oh, there's no doubt. And just some of these guys, they're not as refined, but they've got the tools, right? And so I think he's got the tools, and this is a guy that you can build around on that defensive line. You need all the big bodies you can get.
The Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. Makes the catch. It's Stone. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He'll try the left side. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Jones to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. Field goal is good. That'll bring him to within 4.
There's so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. On the run, it's Tatum. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Watkins. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Caught near the sideline, it's Fox. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Guys, let's take a minute and talk about Ole Miss. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there, this guy should be an impact player day 1.
Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
You know, you hear the term nickel so much. Most people stay a nickel most of the time because of all the speed in college football and the running quarterback. And you see why it pays dividends. More speed on the field when the QB does take off to go get him on the ground and force a foot.
Breaks into the open. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12. And the Rebels have pushed it inside the 20. grabbed over the middle. It's Fritz. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The ball and throw off the RPO. And it'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels!
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Uconn offense goes back to work. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Gives it to the back on the draw. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Let's talk just for a minute about Uconn. For programs at this level, they are regularly fighting off the big school for diamonds in the rough. But it looks as if they won this battle with the commitment from a 3-star receiver, Jesse.
He just thought he had better opportunities on and off the field here at this program. He's going to get a lot of chances to make plays early. With his talent, expect him to start right away. And if I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to be trying to find ways to get this 3-star the ball.
And the Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Jones wants to throw it. Pressure coming. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
He'll field the punt. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll move the wide receiver. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Guys, let's take just a second and talk about Ole Miss. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play, and the wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
Quickly to the tight end. Turning it on. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. The Rebels are in the hurry-up.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
What, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's passing situation. Man, you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Jones to throw. Under fire. Finds his back in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Forced out of the pocket. And the rush will get to him at the 25. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Uconn will have to punt it away. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll start this drive with a pass. Got it in the middle, it's Tatum. On the move at the 30. He's down at the 23-yard line. It's a first down, and they've got to show this urgency.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels!
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
He'll bring it out. It's Green. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Uconn going back to work on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Jones wants to throw it. Behind his tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing a big hit stick with him, too? Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Watson. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Uconn comes to the line after getting another first down. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Complete to the right. Finding open areas. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Huskies.
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from his offense here at the very end of the first half when you got to have it. Execution has got to be great in these 2-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today in Oxford. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size. hands and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Uconn offense goes back to work. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Jones to throw. Finds the tight end. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. The Huskies come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Secures it at the 30. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on first down. He fires to the left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field. But interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
Now the play fake. Oh, they're after him. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And the Rebels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what we saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Uconn going back to work on offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Throws to the wideout. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Leaves it with the running back. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense stop.
I gotta be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
He gets it away from his own end zone. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Wilson will throw. He uncorks one deep. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off, and I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture.
Grabs it up to 25 in stride. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Uconn offense goes back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. The give to the back. There he goes. Running through contact. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
And the Huskies come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Gives it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. It'll be third and long. Wide receiver going in motion. The play action fake. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, the defense is not taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the fourth quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Might be changing the route. Off play action on first down. Rushes on him. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Wilson to pass. He'll try to do it himself. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40.
he does a really good job here. You want to get a huge play. You got to push the ball down the field. You need a bunch of yards. But wait a minute. Now he can just tuck it, scramble, go get you a bunch of yards. Now put you in a great third down situation. Real heads-up play by the quarterback.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
That's caught. It's Harvin. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Now improvising. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Rebels! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. Is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Uconn going back to work on offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for a 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
The Rebels want to crank the tempo.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got...
A shot toward the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
56, Uconn, 10.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Uconn offense goes back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Complete to start this drive.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
The Huskies can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. That pass is incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Uconn will have to punt it away. On his way back from the 20. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
This is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game.
Oh, he found a space on the right. And the strategy of just letting the quarterback run until he gets tired is not a winning one. Another explosive play and another first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Wilson will throw. He's going to run it.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You can tell, drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Grab near the sticks. It's Fox. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Using the quick game. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. And the Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. On first down from the 13-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Steps away. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Got some room headed to the goal line. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Uconn going back to work on offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
This might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Caught over the middle. It's Beebe. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out.